bonsoir! Today I will teach you how to make a pico de gallo. And yes, I use the weight. I know, people will say you just wing it, but then you can wing it very, very spicy, or just the flavor just, don't seem to work well. So why not follow a recipe? Give it a try. Pico de gallo is highly nutritious. It's low calorie, low fat, but it's packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. It's great for your heart health. It's great for your, it improves your digestion. That 𝘀𝗵𝗆𝗶 effect is really applying here. It reduces inflammation. It boosts your immunity. It's just amazing, actually. And then it offers a nutrients-dense way to flavor dishes. So many dishes. As you know, all Mexican dishes, of course, but also it can be added to your salad, it can be added to a rice, it can be added avocado toast, and then, to continue on what I was showing you, teaching you the video before on making the burger bites, making the burger bites and the burgers. That's why I'm doing the pico de gallo. So we'll be able to fill in those little tacos with the burger bites, pico de gallo. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so delicious. So let's start. I love to use the cherry tomato because there is more of the skin. There is more of the color that you have this way. So we start with 160 of the cherry tomato. There we are. And then we add to that 45 grams, and I like the red onion for the color, of course. So we are now at 205. There we are, perfect. And I'll start by cutting those ingredients a little bit, but then I will add them to my food processor to finish it off. It's just that it's faster that way. So when you use an entire, like a whole tomato, yes, you just don't have as much of the skin, the color that you get with the outside of the tomato, right? So I like to do it this way. But then it's a bit more work because you have to cut all those little tomatoes one by one. So that's why I use the food processor to help with finishing up the process. I like to use a serrated knife. If your knife is really sharp, it's not a problem. But a serrated knife, it goes faster because it kind of bite into the tomato and you don't have to press so hard. And then we'll just cut the onion a little bit because it'll be processed in the food processors as well. Remember the thumb behind your fingers. And then you can cut them. There. I like to use the red onion. There are more nutrients than the white, as you know, because of the color. More color, more polyphenol, phytonutrients. There is a word that is escaping me right now. So we add the onion to the mix. There we are. And we'll just pulse it. So just so it stays chunky. Oh, the knife is kind of stuck in there. So let's do this like this way for now. I'll fight with the knife after. There. So as you can see, it's still in little chunks, which I really like. And we need one of the chili pepper here. It could be a serrano or a jalapeno. You pick the one that you like. That's what I had at my grocer nearby here, so I picked that one. And then I used 2 tomato shark so that I don't have to hold on to that little pepper so much. And then it's all over my hand. And then I don't think, and I scratch my eye. They're very spicy. Now we'll cut again in a half. lengthwise, this way, and mince it. There. Put that in. You can also use the back of your knife like this to pick it up. We can carry on with the rest of the seasoning. Oh, I need it back on my scale. I need 12 grams of the lime juice. There. And a dash of salt. Half a teaspoon of the oregano, half a teaspoon of cumin, and the 𝘂𝗵𝗄. I don't have to think of this one anymore. It's part of the routine. It goes in all the recipes. So there you are, as easy as that. See how quick it was to make? It's perfect to have as a condiment in the fridge. And it's a condiment that you make at home, so you know what's in it. Way better. Enjoy. See you in the next one.